Hello, Jacob.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and you can hear me.
Yes.
I suppose.
How come it's not changing? Okay. Do you mind? So this is a very strange request. I'm being filmed. They're making a mini documentary on me.
Okay.
And so he just wanted to record me joining with one of the guests.
Okay.
Wait, let me put you on screen. Can I see you? There we go.
I do.
So yeah, the first phase of Geopolitics and Empire and podcasting was just a hobby. I had a full-time gig. I was happy with my full-time job as a teacher, and I was more interested in podcasting, sort of to fill the hole in my soul, let's say, in my intellect. And I just want to network with these people, talk to these intellectuals that I esteem. Yeah, I don't know where to begin, but we've got stuff like, I always like this stuff. This is G. Edward Griffin's Creature from Jekyll Island. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with. He actually sent it to me for Christmas. Right there, it says Tu Hrvoje. And of course, he took me out to lunch in 2011, and I've had him on the podcast. And my biggest obsession is global governance. So, I've got here, where is it? The idea of world government, one world democracy, a progressive vision for enforceable global law, governing the world, ruling the world. These are all academic UN books. H.G. Wells, of course, The Open Conspiracy. Robert Paster's The North American Idea, Vision of a Continental Future. Of course, I've met him twice. Just 5 minutes from here at the campus where I used to teach humanities at the high school. And I took it. I thought, Mexico, warm weather, pretty women, good food. My chance to learn Spanish, so they flew me out to Guadalajara, and basically, that was January 2010. I soon met my future wife, and then I asked to get classes at the university, so I became an adjunct professor of international relations. So, let me tell you about this new world order. They're everywhere. They are literally under the tables, in the walls, in the ceiling tiles. They're listening right now. Here's the Cisco router I'm standing under. Hey, put your phone down right there, all right? Everything you know is a lie. I don't know what else to say. So, kids, I'm glad I'm not a teacher anymore. I'm just one guy. Like, no one's ever worked. It's just been me doing this all by myself. But with just that, with my little, rickety ship that I have, I've been able to make a big difference, where I've been able to reach a threshold where, NATO, Department of Homeland Security, the military-industrial complex, the globalists, viewed me as big enough a threat to react. And so, so that's my primary concern, and I believe all of the other events surrounding geopolitics and empire are, the wars, the climate change narratives, the health narratives, the AI narratives. Those are all, again, just the building blocks for the end game, which is world government. And I've prepared, as a young man becoming a Christian, I prepared sort of psychologically, mentally, spiritually, philosophically, to be able to confront the darkest evil. Yet we've got, Washington, London, Brussels are starting wars with Russia, China, BRICS is forming. Where do you feel we're at, and what does the road ahead look like?
Oh, you mean for our empire, it's disintegrating, and that's good. It's losing its authority, the military, as well as the diplomatic authority around the world, the economic power. We are bankrupt. It's just a matter of that realization set in.
We're not saying America itself necessarily goes away, but the empire does, that this
1,000 military bases, the world's reserve currency, the petrodollar arrangement, that, you know, the way that we're able to lean on countries and get them to bend to our will, how we're driving NATO and doing all these things.
America's kind of like the snakeskin that's shed for the New World Order 2.0 to come in. So it's almost like it's meant to die and go away, because the next phoenix from the flame, from the ashes, the phoenix has to rise.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this is fascinating. I know, as you mentioned, we're kind of speculating now, but looking at it long term, you know, before these revolutions, we had, you know, monarchies and kings for millennia. And I think what these revolutions did was overthrow all royalty globally to institute these so-called democratic republics, which with capital, with money now, you can basically, democracies in a way today is become fake. You can just buy off every democracy and manipulate all 193 democratic republics. And that's kind of the way to achieve then the world state, because you create all of these republics, you put them into this like UN institution or whatever, and you control each of them. And that's kind of the mechanism of how to have a world state. Do you think these eugenicist occult elites are succeeding, or that their plans
I
are
think that they're delusional. I think that they're crazy, and it's starting to show big time. And the thing is that a lot of this move to like digitize everything and virtual reality everything, what you see is that in reality, in physical economics, everything is breaking down.
It's going to be the same model everywhere. It's the same model in China. They're deploying, there's nowhere it's not going to be digital IDs, digital currencies.
And the right thing, in my view, is to defend liberty and oppose tyranny. So, with that, what's next? How do we do that? Let's get on with it and have some fun along the way.
You have to. Are you right up next to it, like you're talking, or are you?
I can move it. I don't know.
Oh, you sound good on yours. Yours is good, man. Yours is good. Okay.
How about this one? Is this too high, too low?
A little too low.
I can increase the gain there. Check. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you're good right there.
It's basically like that. You're living in a totalitarian system and you're just trying to make the best of it. And that's kind of how I feel where we're at, and maintaining a joyous disposition. Again, I pull from the Bible and my faith, which is looking to the ever after, right? But I look back to historical examples like Richard Wurmbrand, who was very impactful. He founded Voice of the Martyrs. He was, I believe, a Romanian Christian, and he was held in a communist Romanian prison for over a decade. And they tortured him, and they would torture him, the guards, in the basement of the Romanian communist prison. And Wurmbrand was always, maybe not always, but often chipper. And the guards would be torturing him, and they're like, this guy is still not going crazy and talking about Jesus, and he has this content disposition. And they asked him, like, what how is this possible? And he's like, I was put here in this moment to preach the gospel to you, the communist maniacal prison guard. And some of them came to faith. Because it makes sense. Like, how is the gospel going to reach this prison guard in the depths of this communist prison hell, except through someone like Richard Wurmbrand that was put there by God or for whatever reasons? And so, but that example of him being under such pressure and tyranny, still maintaining peace, I think that sort of is like what keeps, it's an example for me to follow and to keep the peace during COVID 1984, during whatever they're going to throw at us, during the digital dictatorship that we're all now slowly beginning to experience. Welcome to another edition of Geopolitics and Empire. Quick reminder, support the broadcast so I can stay on the airwaves. The best places to watch the podcast beyond YouTube are on Odyssey, BitChute, and Brighteon. The best places to listen to the podcast are on SoundCloud, Apple, Spotify, Google, or on any other podcast app